The Withered Arm by Thomas Hardy. Chapter 1. A Lawn Milkmaid. It was an 80-cow dairy, and the troop of milkers, regular and supernumerary, were all at work. For though the time of the year was as yet but early April, the feed lay entirely in water meadows, and the cows were in full pail. The hour was about 6 in the evening, and 3/4 of the large red rectangular animals having been finished off, there was opportunity for a little conversation. "He do bring home his bride to-morrow, I hear. They've come as far as Anglebury to-day." The voice seemed to proceed from the belly of the cow called Cherry, but the speaker was a milking woman whose face was buried in the flank of that motionless beast. "Have anybody seen her?" said another. There was a negative response from the first. "Though they say she's a rosy-cheeked, tisty-tosty little body enough," she added, and as the milkmaid spoke, she turned her face so that she could glance past her cow's tail to the other side of the barton, where a thin, fading woman of 30 milked somewhat apart from the rest. "Years younger than he, they say," continued the second, with also a glance of reflectiveness in the same direction. "How old do you call him, then?" 30 or so." "More like 40, broke in an old milkman near, in a long white pinafore or wropper, and with the brim of his hat tied down so that he looked like a woman. "I was born before the Great Weir was builded, and I hadn't a man's wages when I laved water there." The discussion waxed so warm that the purr of the milk streams became jerky, till a voice from another cow's belly cried with authority, "Now then, what the Turk do it matter to us about Farmer Lodge's age or Farmer Lodge's new missus? I shall have to pay him £9 a year for the rent for every one of these milchers, whatever his age or hers. Get on with your work, or 'twill be dark afore we've done. The evening is pinking already." This speaker was the dairyman himself, by whom the milkmaids and men were employed. Nothing more was said publicly about Farmer Lodge's wedding, but the first woman murmured under her cow to her next neighbour, "'Tis hard for she," signifying the thin, worn milkmaid aforesaid. "Oh, no," said the second, "he han't spoken to Rhoda Brooke for years." When the milking was done, they washed their pails and hung them on a many-forked stand made of the peeled limb of an oak tree, set upright in the earth, and resembling a colossal antlered horn. The majority then dispersed.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?